think of this as kind of that final video. If you've seen the other ones, maybe if you've just been struggling with Giovanni, it's going to be tailored a little bit more towards people who have recently been playing, especially with the raid bosses. So the Swords of Justice, right? So we've had Cobalion, we've had, of course, Verizon, now Terrakion at the time of this recording. And so if the Persian has Scratch, this is something that we haven't covered on this go-around, but on the channel at large, we've covered this a lot. So we talked about this Persian. The fight is going to go very differently most of the time if it has Feint Attack versus if it has Scratch, which of course, as I said, this one has Scratch, so it's going to attack you pretty fast and ferociously with kind of smaller damage, but very, very fast, right? And it also has Stab, you know, that same type attack bonus, but hey, aside from that, like if the Persian is using Feint Attack, then the battle's usually pretty straightforward, right? You're just going to use a fighting type because fighting resists dark, and dark is the typing of Feint Attack, so like it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? With Scratch, you really do want to resist. That's going to be one portion of it. Yeah, you want to resist the normal typing, I guess, of Scratch, but you also really want to shut it down. You know, you want to shut that Persian's attacks down. So the first kind of component of that is exactly what we're doing. We're trying to use spammy fast attack, charge attack combos. So basically fast attacks that generate a lot of energy per hit and charge attacks that don't really take a lot of energy to use, right? So Sacred Sword, this is something that if you have these Swords of Justice Pokemon with Sacred Sword, you're getting so much of the battle done. And if you get a Terrakion, Verizon, any of these with double kick as well, I don't think Cobalion can get it as its fast attack, then you're just like in the money basically against that Persian. Now again, this channel, like I really pride myself on usually showing you guys videos that don't have legendaries. We're always below 1500 CP, basically 9 times out of 10. So this is again a video that's supposed to be used in context with the other Giovanni videos on this channel. So those will be linked everywhere. You guys should definitely use those if you're looking to go even more budget than this. And I still, you know, I tried to budget these down to some of my lowest Cobalion and Verizons that I have. Usually it's been hard for me to get CP below 1500 on those, otherwise I would have done it. This is also using an account that I just haven't used my Super Rocket radar with yet, and so kind of a good rule of thumb, whenever he does send in, you actually saw it go down already, but the Garchomp, you're trying to go ice generally if you're struggling. My videos are always just for people who are struggling, because sometimes someone else will comment and be like, you know, I just used my 3000 CP, whatever, and that doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's in a different spot in Pokemon Go, so I try to kind of address the people that need budget teams, people who are really struggling with these Team Go Rocket fights, right? But yeah, Garchomp is just going to take super effective damage, not only because it's part dragon, but also because it's part ground, so ice is actually going to be the doubly super effective against that 256% super effectiveness rather than the normal. So yeah, you also just resist it, right? So Abomasnow is a great choice, not just for the spammy moveset. You know, you want to just stick with the moves that I had right here if you want to go kind of spammy and chain those off, but it's also that Abomasnow is going to resist it if it's using Mud Shot. So that's again specifically when Garchomp is using a ground type attack. If it's using its Dragon Tail, so the Dragon type attack, then you'd want to go the other way, which is Alolan Sand Slash. You could go Alolan Ninetales. Those are going to be Pokemon that resist the Dragon portion, right? So again, we've shown this off before, so like I know I'm repeating some of this for repeat viewers. This account is also, I believe, level 39, and so essentially the higher that your level is, the higher the Team Go Rocket CP is going to be, but also the lower level too. So if you're lower than 39, right, you'll face things that are easier. We ran away from the fight just so we didn't use the Super Rocket radar right here, but that's where we would have won. We would have won plenty of times over in that battle. There were a lot of moments right there where we would have beaten him, so just making sure that that's known, but please click an end screen on screen or just use the links everywhere just in case you need to see the other Giovanni videos.